welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Quickly to the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Takes the handoff. It's Moore. Shows him the stiff arm. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll get rid of it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. This is a designed run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give them a...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Moore. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter.
South Carolina, 14-0.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Snagged in the middle. It's Brown.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Grabbed over the middle. It's Little. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. And they'll try to tack on 2. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
They put together an 81-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Sellers. Buys a little extra time. Throwing on the run. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Brown. Plows through the defense. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Toss sweep to the right. Shows him the stiff arm.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Here comes the heat. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Sets up the screen. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll go jumbo package, three tight end, sneaks into the end zone.
You always want to take some momentum into halftime. That's exactly what they did. How about the touchdown late in the first half? Now a chance to take the lead with the extra point. All the momentum, all the juice, all the feel-good going right to this offense.
Quick toss. He's into the end zone, and they'll put two more on the board just before halftime. That's how you take advantage of great starting field position, moving at 27 yards. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. To the air, it's Sellers. Going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jones. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He slings it deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Now they'll run it on the toss. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Blue Devils! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Steps away to find some room. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. blasted as he lets it go.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits. It makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Ooh, and they almost had another one, and this defense is dialed in, man. The interception on the last possession, almost another one there. They've got a really good read on this passing game.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get them to the ground.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Got it in the middle, it's King. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Duke! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And that is why they're called the hands team, people, on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
To throw, it's Sellers. Flips it out on the screen. Can't get into the ground. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
Let's it go to the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own